The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, the big thing this week, and that I've been hearing about a lot lately, is free speech and political correctness. So I don't know if you saw this, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah,
just
don't go to political campuses.
Don't go to college campuses, they're too PC, everything's racist or homophobic or
Bill
sexist.
Maher agreed with that.
So Bill Maher's been talking about, even Larry the Cable Guy. So when you have Bill Maher, Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Larry the Cable Guy, all
well,
agree.
our campus is that way because I
have a sense that they are, that unfortunately we're teaching young people that anything that you say that is sort of out of the mainstream think is automatically evil. It's automatically racist and bigoted.
I totally, that shouldn't be. I'm funny. I love funny people. Lenny Bruce was a great friend of mine. George Carlin.
Yeah.
These guys ran against the grain and healthy comedy. A lot of it hits home, but it's true. It's, come on.
Yeah.
And college campuses is where irreverence should take place.
Yeah.
Why would a college campus be a place where you have to be politically correct? I would think a college campus would be the opposite.
Well, it's supposed to be the opposite, right? But somehow they go there and they somehow learn that anyone who says, so if you would say anything that might sound slightly against women, that automatically you hate all women. Or if you believe in an economic policy that maybe isn't seen as redistributing the way that they want, then you're racist. There's just this strange.
No, but Bill Maher would not be popular on campuses.
Well, that's the irony. You know, Berkeley. Remember, Berkeley didn't want him to, or the kids at Berkeley didn't want him to speak, and then he did. But there was a petition to
portion of them.
A portion of them. And then, of course, they did allow him to speak. And
Seinfeld wouldn't be allowed to speak at a college.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't buy that. I mean, he says it, but
right.
Come on.
Well, the idea of Seinfeld, who of course is the most politically correct comedian of all time. Do you know?
He is.
How many times have you interviewed him? I'm sure
3 or 4, yeah.
And do you know any of his political beliefs?
And I was in a movie with him, the terrific, the Bee movie.
Yeah,
I was Larry B. King. I was a bee. In fact, more kids know me from that than anything else. I don't know what it's about, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
but doesn't that show you how silly the atmosphere is? If a guy that you don't know their political beliefs
So why won't Seinfeld work a campus if that's what they want?
Well, he said that he based it around this silly gay joke that he made about a French king swiping an iPhone with a limp wrist, and he said, "Oh, people are saying that that's homophobic." And, you know, of course that's not homophobic. It's just a silly joke. You would need a history. I think that's what people need to learn. You would need a history of saying something against a certain group of people for it to actually be bigoted or racist.
Rickles is hysterical, and but you take no prisoners. The great comedian takes no prisoners.
Yeah. You think a guy like Rickles could make it today?
He's funny. To me, if you're funny, you're funny. Yeah. Mel Brooks is the funniest man I've known. Funniest man I've ever seen, and Mel Brooks has it down. Yeah. Mel Brooks has the philosophy of humor. He has put it the best. Ready? Yeah. I'll give you the Mel Brooks philosophy. It applies to all cases at all times. If you fall down a manhole, it's funny. If I cut my finger, it's tragic.